painting on black paper, most of us start with white sheets, but when you flip the background, everything changes. Today I'm going to show you how whitewash can create a magic on black paper. Simple, minimal, and yet so elegant. So let's get started. We are going to do Warli art on this paper. So I start by marking the edges for making a perfect border for the picture. Make a mark at 0.5, 0.7, 2 centimeter and 2.3 centimeter. And then using these lines as guidelines, we will make a perfect border for this picture. So let's get started. Make these points on all the 4 sides of the paper. Now I'm using a ruler to join all these points that we made, making 1, 2, 3, 4 lines as a border on the sheet of paper. I'm using a white pencil to make all these lines. You can use a normal graphite pencil as well. Just make sure that the lines that you are making are visible. On the camera, the graphite pencil wasn't visible, so I chose this white pencil so that you can see better what I'm doing. Now make a line over here. I have left maybe 2 or 3 finger space for the first line, then again 3 finger space, and you make another line next to it this way. These are the 2 planes, and then on this plane we have another square that will be having the tree. You make one line over here and then you make another one beside it, and then you join the 2 together. I'm making a mark for the figures over here. The first figure, then we have a plant, then the second figure, and then again a plant, and again a mark for the square over here at the center. Now this is all guesswork. I am not making or taking a measurement over here, just freehand guesswork that we can place this here, and everything is just balanced. Now over here, making 2 lines for the tree trunk and then a triangle for the leafy part of the tree. Now use a ruler for this part, as you can do it freehand as well, but the lines will not be as straight as you get with the ruler. The lines are very stiff, as you can see. Doing it with a freehand didn't work, so I had to use a ruler. But I think it will be better if I can erase and fix it this way. Now over here, start adding curved lines. And over here, I've added 4 lines, which are followed by another line close to the first one. This way, as you can see. Notice the spacing in between the lines, that's really important. Over here, add the tree trunk. On this area here, we have a shaft, I guess, and then there's its trunk again at the bottom, and I'm making curved lines over here this way. I think it should be a little taller, so I'm making another one on top of it. The trunk, as I said. Now we make a small person over here that is pointing towards the tree. Okay, so since the white pencil was making way thicker lines, so I've switched to a brush and I'm using white paint to make everything. I have done a pencil sketch using a graphite pencil, but now I'll be using a paint brush to sketch everything out. So you can see how I'm painting everything and just follow along, because it's exactly the same as we did with the pencil. Even in earlier videos, we sketched everything with the pencil and then we proceeded to paint everything with the paintbrush, the same thing over again. So that we just don't mess up things, because the white pencil had a lot of wax, I'm using a brush this time. So I'll go ahead over the lines that we have already made with the white pencil, and then after that we will go ahead to the graphite lines. As you can see, some parts of it is visible on the camera. So yeah, we start from the tree over here. Now we move on to the bottom portion where the tree is seated or it's growing from. We are not sure what this is. Is it a deck or a high platform inside which there's mud and the tree is growing? Whatever it is, we are going to design this area. So first I do the border, and next I make another line next to it, and then I'm going to make a V shape over here this way. You can see it's not that deep. It's like I'm making mountains. But the best part is that these mountains, the upper portion of it will be filled with color. So now over here I'm making circles, and inside it, as you can see, I'm making small mountains that are upside downs, or you can say triangles, and I'm filling it in with color. Next over here you make another line at the bottom this way, and then you make another line over here and make crisscross lines and fill up this area here. Next, we are going to make another straight line here, this way, and then we'll make ovals over here, another line at the bottom, and then the ovals, and inside the ovals we will have another small oval that will be filled with color. Now for the next portion over here, we will again use the same technique as we did for the upper part, but this time the V shapes or these mountain shapes a bit deeper and very close to one another. We are going to paint the sun. I make the circle, and then inside it there's a sword, so I carefully make that as well with the paint. Now over here we are going to make triangles like this for its rays. Now over here we have birds that are made in a very stylish way. You can see the decoration, the swirly line on their head, and these decorative patterns for their wings, their body, and their tail. We make 3 of these birds here. We also have a monkey that is climbing on the tree, and this is also made very beautifully and very stylishly. And as I'm editing this as well, I'm just awestruck by these intricate designs. Creating is fun, and so is editing when you are working with Warli Art. It's that kind of art. It's very simple, but it engages you. So over here on either side of this tree, we are going to paint monkeys. Now in this area, you fill up using white lines. Next over here, add these lines on the tree trunk, again creating designs. Now we'll start painting people. There's a circle, and then there's an inverted triangle, and then a line over here, then another triangle and its legs this way. You can fill in color in the body and the head. now make its thing that it's holding and its hand. Then we have a plant over here with these leaves. Over here again I'm making another leaf and making another plant next to it. These leaves are overlapping this one, and then there's another plant beside it. And I make another person that is there, who is handing over a pot to another person who is at the top. So I'm guessing maybe it is a well, and the thing that we were calling tree for so long is hay, and it's covering the top portion of the well. I make its bottom area like this, make a curvy line for its chest, her hand that is going upwards. Then we have the pot and the design on the pot, and then there's this person who is looking forward to take the pot from the person. Add another plant here in this area, and then we move ahead to the person that is above the well. Okay, so I guess that's all for this video. In the next video, we will complete this picture.